Okay, so we've understood to some extent or related to some of the problems that are chronic within, endemic within education. What is the potential solution? ABC state, I developed this solution because I was involved in education for 10 years as a teacher. And this is a way to improve relationships, improve collaboration, to develop the method by which students can become self-directed learners and student-led learning, and improves social sensitivity. Now, I spend a whole, hour describing how this state works, how it works, okay? It's actually pretty simple, however, and it's a method, okay? So this is not a theory about things, it's a method that I did with students. And basically, it provides students with a way of understanding, a language for them to understand how they're organizing themselves. And the result is that the grade, A, B, or C, determines the state of the teacher. It determines the state of the teacher. And therefore, it determines whether it's collaborative versus performative, whether it's controlling or the teacher's focusing on relationships. Okay, I'm going to very briefly describe what this is, but I'm going to try and keep it down to a couple of minutes. Okay, so when you actually address the students, it's very simple. All you simply say is, we're going to use this ABC state, and it's based on self-discipline. An A state class is where everybody has their self-discipline, including the teacher. Okay, and it means that you can do lots of different activities because I can trust the students to get on with it. Okay, and transitions are very fast. Maybe do 4 to maybe 6 activities in any one lesson. They're great lessons. Okay, a B state lesson is where somebody loses their self-discipline, but somebody else is kind enough and generous enough to point it out to that student, and it could be another student or it could be a teacher, it could be anybody, and they correct it. Okay, so they lose their self-discipline, somebody points it out and they correct it. It could be, not paying attention at the right time, dropping some litter, whatever it is. And then somebody corrects it, somebody points it out and they go, oh, okay. And then they pay attention, they pick up the litter, whatever it is. A C state class is where somebody loses their self-discipline, somebody else points it out, and they continue. Okay, they continue. Now, when a student chooses to continue doing something which is detrimental for other people in the class, then the teacher is authorized by government to implement discipline, to implement sanctions upon the student, to remove that student from the class, to give them detentions, and even potentially to contribute to removing them from the whole school. Okay, so these ABC states refers to the self-discipline of each student, and yet the whole collective effect of that self-discipline. Okay, so it relates the individual to the collective with the data A, B, or C. This provides the language and the framework for the students to understand what's going on. The result of which I'm going to show three different ways to represent it. We have a normal class, okay, where the students are organized and they're all facing forwards, and the structure of the class and the order of the class is quite linear, and so on and so forth. This is a C state class, and this does allow students to move in the right direction, to move together in the right direction. A B state class is where you have perhaps several groups. Okay, and this also allows the students to move together. However, they're more like, there's kind of slight little disorders, social learning basically mistakes, self-discipline errors, let's say. However, it's corrected within the class, and there is no need for any external authority. And an A state class is a bit like collective action, where everybody's going in the right direction. It's like murmuration. It's the social equivalent of murmuration. There is no threat of authority, and there is no boundedness, almost like to the class. It's a collection of individuals that are going forwards because they want to learn the subject, because they want to engage each other, and so on and so forth. So it's the result of a collective, internally cohesive social group. Okay, so now these states, A, B, and C, do not just refer to kids in a classroom. The A, B, C state can refer to any group of individuals in even any scale of individuals. It's a way to understand one's individuality with the collective. So I go into detail with this regarding education in another series, another lecture thing. However, I want to draw attention to how this applies to you right now when you're watching this, and the other systems. So business and economics, mathematics, academia and religion, okay, and entertainment. And how does this relate to these other systems? Okay, but rather than take an abstract argument perspective on this, approach to this, we're going to see if we can apply it to your living experience now. Okay, so we're no longer going to just be talking about something, education and so on and so forth, or ABC state in education. We're going to apply ABC state to your experience now watching this. Okay, and we're effectively going to shift from a C state potentially to a B, potentially to an A state, transforming how you interact with videos. And in fact, how other people have shared this with you and who you share it with, and what our state of being is socially while we are watching, for example, this video. Okay? So, okay, I think it's good enough of an introduction. Thank you very much for your attention. And as I say, what you can do is go into more detail regarding ABC state in education, or you can look at a whole system change or transformation potentially. Okay?